is your best advice to single girls in New York City?
Go get your free dinners. Go get your free dinners. Go have fun. Go date around. When I was single in New York back in the day, I decided one day that I was just going to date and I was going to find out what I wanted through dating. I don't think you can say what you want.
The thing is, ladies, is that you can't be saying this in one breath and then in the next breath be complaining that men are not taking you out to nice fancy dinners on the first date anymore. Because men know that you're doing this. They would rather have a very casual, easy to end kind of date like a coffee date or a walk. Men don't have a problem with you figuring out what you want and going on multiple dates. That's fine. The problem is when you expect him to invest a whole lot of resources and time and effort while you are not sure about him at all.
This is why I'm done. I can't understand why anyone would go to a restaurant for a first date. What if you can't stand each other? That's why no dinner first dates. That's why I stopped dating. Waste of time and money. Pretty sure that's not exactly called dating either. I definitely don't pay for anything other than a beer on the first date. She is advising others to go and get their free dinner from a date, as if it was a free buffet where there is an abundance of food for everyone, not considering the guy who will feel deceived after realizing that his date just wanted to eat for free. That's not a good feeling, and whoever goes through this type of situation will do their best to avoid it in the future, and it's already happening. This is the main reason most guys are no longer willing to go on a dinner date the first time meeting someone. The first date was supposed to be the opportunity two strangers use to know more about each other and check whether there is chemistry between them. But in this generation, some view it as a means to score a free dinner, and this is changing guys' approach related to this matter. The same woman who is giving this advice will later be the first to complain that guys are being cheap, as they are no longer willing to take them on a dinner date when meeting them for the first time. But most of them still didn't understand that it has nothing to do with money, but a measure to filter those who just want to use this opportunity to eat for free. We know those who just wanted a free meal would be triggered if their date told them that they prefer something simple, such as a walk in the park or a coffee. So this is a good strategy and it works really well. Having this level of expectation on someone they have never seen before isn't normal. But at some point, they will have to adjust their standard because guys are getting wiser when it comes to this subject.
What are some things that men overemphasize that women don't actually care about?
How much money they make?
Money. If you are a good person, it's okay if you aren't rich or if you don't have like a ton of expendable income.
I think how they carry themselves and what they do with their career and their life, it seems to me that they put a lot of pressure on themselves for that. Women don't care about that as much as men think women care about that.
That's nonsense. Given the option between a rich guy and an average earner, we know who would be selected. So it matters.
Also, like physicality, like in whatever way you're thinking right now, it doesn't really matter that much if you're ripped or not, whatever. It's really about what's inside, your intentions and like your beliefs and your insides. That's what makes you interesting.
I think that the sexiest thing someone can do is talk about something with passion, especially their job. And it just shows that if they love something, they're going to do everything and put their all into it.
For someone who has been rejected for not being rich enough or good-looking enough, these interviews sound fake. Never mind what they're saying. Watch the guys they're giving attention to when on the dating scene. That's what counts. Talk is cheap. Actions speak loudest. And the sad thing is, some guys watching this will actually believe it. Don't know about those ones, but the one I know and see cares about money. This is the reason we should be careful who we listen to. They just demonstrated that it's better to pay attention to people's behavior than what they say. Most of us are aware that they are not being fully honest with those statements, as their own choices most likely will contradict what came out of their mouth. The sad part about this type of video is that a lot of guys will take their word for it, only to be disappointed later once they are in the real world trying to date. That is the moment they will realize that what they said doesn't apply when navigating the dating scene. In fact, those attributes going to be one of the main determinants of whether a guy qualifies. I think most of them say it just because it sounds nice. They don't want to be seen as gold diggers, so they try to create this narrative that money and other attributes they have mentioned aren't important. It was all about creating this nice image for themselves, but most of us who at some point placed ourselves in the dating scene know that what they say and respond to are completely different things.
Could you date a broke nigga right now?
No.
I love the honesty. Yeah.
No.
Me neither, girl.
At 23?
No.
Yes, ish, no.
Well,
Why she got to deal with that?
I'm 23 and I'm having this shit. That's more of a reason not to date a brother. But I have before, but now that I got it, I'm not finna take care of no nigga at 23. Mm-mm.
The most interesting part was her conviction in her statement. But we all know she will have a different opinion in a few years. The good thing is that not all women have that mindset, so she doesn't have to worry about it.
So I really think it's deeper than girls just not wanting to. It's like men can't even handle it anyways.
This was Vivica Fox 35 years ago. A king will turn a peasant to a queen, but a queen will never look a peasant's way. Y'all want women to settle so bad, and it's weird. Nobody wants to be unhappy. Ask her when she's 33. At 23, a man is broke too, but Becky and Jessica will take care of him. Girl, don't worry. This is how they corner themselves and then complain later that they can't find a man to marry them. Bear in mind that we are currently listening to a 23-year-old woman who believes that a man must be fully assembled in order to be considered. This is the direction we are heading to as a generation, and it seems that it won't get better anytime soon. In fact, it tends to get more challenging. Back in the day, a woman of a similar age would be looking for someone she could build a life with. Someone who she could also support, so that together they reach somewhere. But now a man must be fully established to be considered, and this mindset is changing the dynamic of our dating scene. I believe that most of them still didn't take the time to analyze their standard, because if they did, most would have realized that it is unrealistic, as there aren't enough men at that level for all of them. Besides this point, imagine the number of good guys she would overlook just because they aren't part of the financial bracket she expects her partner to be in. This is what she should consider before setting her bar. Making money the main focus when looking for a partner isn't a good strategy, as it can lead to future disappointment, as money doesn't determine a relationship's quality, but to each his own. Imagine those 23-year-old guys listening to a woman of their age, talking with this level of conviction on what she expects from her partner at this stage of her life. I know for sure they would have known that most of them won't stand a chance, and this is how she is squeezing her dating pool.
Can we normalize older women dating younger guys? Lately, I've noticed that a lot of young 20-something-year-olds are into me. It's almost as though guys my age and older like younger girls, but younger guys like the older women. I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again. Guys my age and older do not want to date me because they think I'm past my expiry date, I'm used up, and that I've got baggage. I just got unmatched on Hinge because I'm way too honest. It was never about the money, it was about the principle. This guy took me out on a date to a restaurant and then decided to do a runner and left me with a $200 bill.
I am mid-40s. Last time I dated a woman in her 40s was when I was in my 20s. Is $200 normal for a meal for two in the USA? What on earth was ordered? She needs to pick someone 15 years older. Wow, she is so sweet but clueless about life. Wonder why he ran out during dinner. Congratulations, younger guys like you. Since she realized that older guys are wiser and are no longer willing to give out free meals, she decided to try her luck with a younger man, but it didn't work either. Young guys are also getting the point when it comes to this matter. They are slowly opening their eyes and are also refusing the simp culture from an early age. In normal circumstances, he wouldn't have any reason to leave her there with the bill, and he wouldn't have the need to run before the dinner ended. But since it noticed her motives, he had no choice but to turn the table and let her pay instead. That wasn't her plan, but he used this strategy to give her the opportunity to understand what it feels like to pay for a stranger's dinner.
Welcome to our self-development section. Today we will dive into the power of our thought.
Let me tell you something. How you think affects how you feel. How you feel creates emotion. Emotion becomes a vibration, it becomes a magnet and attracts things to you. The key is this.
Most of us either neglect or don't know the importance of what goes into our mind. And as a result, a lot are attracting undesirable outcomes in life. So be mindful of the things you feed your mind with, as they will define the course of your life. Also, make sure you only allow things that will lead you to your desired destination. The life and experiences you currently have are directly linked to how you think. So now you know where you need to focus if you want to see changes. This is all for today's video, and we hope you like it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel on your way out.